So in a world where Shinigami, aka Soul Reapers, must protect, the world of the living and the soul society and all that good stuff from these little ghost skull things, skulls with goat. You don't know what I mean. This is the fabulous anime called Bleach.
One scoop in every load of laundry.
No, not that Bleach, Billy Mays. We talking about this Bleach created by the one, the only
Sosuke Aizen.
Yes, this man with 2050 vision is literally the orchestrator of the whole Bleach anime. He orchestrated everything from Ichigo and Rukia meeting and literally setting up Ichigo parents on a suicidal blind date just so they can meet each other, so they could get some vertical activity going on, so eventually they can make Ichigo.
Every time I close my eyes, wake up feeling so hard.
And he basically did all of that just so he could get this from her, which was put inside by him so he can protect it from him. So he doesn't fuse it with the one that he already made so he could eventually become immortal and rule over everybody, because he was tired of taking orders from the higher ups. Because, like, why would I listen to somebody in the vegetable state?
That's your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga?
But to achieve all that, he basically had to fake his own deaths, to avoid suspicion. Because people were getting suspicious. So he could eventually get the Hogyoku from Rukia, so he can then further his plans to become an immortal. After a couple episodes of deceit and trauma on poor little Momo, we finally get to the end of the Soul Society arc, which shows Aizen being beamed up in the Honored One's light, basically letting the Soul Reapers know, like, hey, in a couple months, shit is about to get hectic, so keep your head on the swivel, okay? Now, as he gracefully ascends in the air, he takes off his glasses because he realizes he doesn't need them, slicks his hair back. No gel, no mousse, no nothing. Basically just aura farming at this point, because, for the HUDs, you got to show up for the HUDs. I see you, Rangiku. All right, let's get into this man abilities. So y'all know in Bleach, right, how every Soul Reaper has, that one trump card. Starts with a B. Every man wants his girl to whisper it in his ear at least one time in his life. I mean, Renji spams it like 3 times an episode. So does Toshiro. No guesses?
Bankai, bankai,
Bankai. Bankai.
bankai, bankai, bankai.
Yes, the infamous Bankai. Everybody needs it, except him. He doesn't need one. He's that goated. He only needs a Shikai, which is the first form of the Zanpakuto. The Bankai is the second. He's that powerful. He doesn't need You hear me stuttering. You hear me stuttering right now. Now, the main ability for this man Shikai is complete hypnosis. He has control over all 5 of your senses. If he wants you to see shit, guess what? You're looking at shit. If he wants you to touch shit, look at your hands, it's Dookie on it. If he wants you to taste shit, it's the shit Pakuto for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If he wants you to hear shit, I never heard Doodle talk before. Walk into my pool. And if he wants you to smell shit, you might think your nose is somewhere in Omaida's ass. But back to Aizen. This man has so much aura. He stopped the main character's attack and ended the theme song.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that
The theme song started. As soon as he got to point of attack, he cut off the theme song. He stopped the playlist and then slashed them without any of the viewers even seeing how he cut him.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that
Now, on top of having an OP Shikai, because again, he doesn't need a... He has Hado spells. And he doesn't need an incantation to use them. He doesn't need, you don't have to utter a word to use them. And fun fact, it's extremely hard to use Hado spells without an incantation. He's probably one of the few that can do it. That's how OP he is. Now let me tell you guys about Hado 90, aka Black Coffin, aka this thing, which is literally a black coffin, a gravity-based attack that distorts space and time. Now, while in this black coffin, it literally does one thing to you. It lacerates you. It cuts you deep until you're dead. Unless you're, Ichigo Kurosaki. Now, to emphasize how strong this man is, he had captains, lieutenants, and visors who used to be former captains and lieutenants all gang up just to jump him. It's one of him and 20 of them. It's like Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance. Now to start off this fight, the main character again, who theme song he stopped, hops out of a pocket dimension to use Getsuga Tencho, which is basically a move that says everything in that direction. Literally. That's literally what the does. And he blocks it with the mirror on my back. Mind you, Ichigo is so worried about his Zanbakuto abilities, and the whole time, he hasn't been using it. Allegedly. Now, y'all see this big-ass giant, right? This is the Bankai of Woofy over here. That's what Bambi call him, if you know. He cuts and breaks the man's sword in half, which literally cuts off the giant's arm. Now you have the Visors, who's literally trying everything in their power to at least lay a damn scratch on the man, but they can't. You know why? I'm gonna tell you after this. I'm gonna tell you exactly why after this. Hey, I see this little lady right here, right? She's literally an assassin. Not only an assassin, the captain of the 2nd Division. Now, I want y'all to understand her ability, her Shikai ability. I'm not gonna talk about Bankai right now. She literally stabs you in the same place twice, and it's instant death. Now, you would think that'd be a no-brainer, instant winner, right? Wrong! Now with Aizen, he literally overpowers her Shikai. Her main ability is to stab you twice and you die. He overpowered it. How is that even fair? Now, while all of this is happening, the future head captain of the Gotai 13 hops out of a shadow, stabs him through the back, goes straight through the chest. With Toshiro, another captain, going in for the final death blow. With Shinji, a former captain who uses his Shikai Sakanade. You literally distort space and time, makes you think up is down, left is right. He just fucks up everything. It's similar to Aizen's Shikai, but it's not. Now you would think that they finally got him, right? They finally did it, right?
Yeah! Woo-hoo! Yeah! All right!
Wrong! Nobody notices the entire time except Ichigo that they're jumping the out of Momo.
Oh no, this can't be.
They're literally stabbing her to death. Hey, where's Aizen? He's walking past 2 lieutenants, and guess what happens to them? Slash that good hole in there. Like, this man is too OP. So now that y'all see the capabilities of this man, we're gonna fast a little bit more further into the arc. This man starts moving like Frieza in the Namek Saga. He went from first form to 2nd form to 3rd form to his final form. Now, if you're a Soul Reaper that's not Ichigo Kurosaki, how do you survive this? Somebody explain to me. I'll wait. It makes no sense. Look at that. He has a bunch of Ceros wrapped around in the ring, ready to blow your head off. That's literally baffling to me. But fast forwarding even further to this part where they have to seal Aizen because he's immortal. He can't die. So they have to sentence him to 18,000 years in Soul Reaper prison, aka the Muken. And even though he's sealed, they have to use that item even stronger than Aizen himself. And we all know him as Chair-sama. Yeah, you heard me. A damn chair is that strong. Yeah, they have to use it to suppress his Reiatsu. He's that damn strong. He has so much Reiatsu, he can break out. And without that chair, he's smoking on the Soul Society pack. That's how strong the man is. But you would think this is the last we see of Aizen, right? You're wrong. Because even a bigger threat comes to the Soul Society, and they have to free Aizen in the chair. Because without the chair, he gonna flip on him, take over, and then y'all know how Aizen get. I done showed y'all a whole 10-minute video how strong this man is. And basically use his power to help save the damn world. They're using the main villain of the story to help combat the new villain, who is just, you know what? I will get into that into a different video. Just please like, comment, subscribe. Wait, hold on. Because I did say I was going to tell y'all how grimy Aizen is, right? What he did to the Visors. Let me put y'all on real quick. This man took some hollow juice, injected it into some captains and lieutenants, which then made them go unstable and start attacking everybody in the Soul Society. But thanks to Kisuke Urahara, he saved them, having them keep their powers, but still able to remain human. And upon this happening, Aizen frames Kisuke, which then gets him kicked out, and the Visors got kicked out just because it's a crime. You're not supposed to experiment trying to holify yourself. So they got kicked out because Aizen's just an he's a jerk. like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video.
あなたは今ジュースを手に入れました。